So today I'm going to show you how to do two new types of edits. We're going to be discussing how to do halftone edits and duotone edits. So let's go ahead and get started. Here is what we're going to finish up on. This was a halftone edit, and this right here is a duotone edit. So first things first, what you're going to do is you're going to open up your Meet Yard Photos in Bridge. You're going to locate the photo you want for your edits, and I want to do this one, so I'm going to double click that to go ahead and open it up. Of course, I already did some stuff here, so I'm going to close out of this. This one too. Alright, so I'm going to go back over here, open up this photo. Now, this photo ended up being a little bit blurry, and so that kind of made it perfect to do the halftone to. So, first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my levels, just make some like minor adjustments. I want to kind of bump up the contrast a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just make this photo a little bit more high contrast. That'll help with the halftone effect. And then I'm also going to drop down my saturation, and I'm going to go ahead and add a solid color filter. So I want to do like maybe kind of like a navy blue kind of color here. I'm going to then go to my blend modes, and I'm going to pick one that kind of creates a good amount of contrast. Some of these are getting too dark. You know what? I actually like this one, but I want that blue. So what I can do, since that's like an inverted color, divided, is like an inverted blend mode. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna switch. So if this is showing me yellow, I'm gonna go into my yellow and I'm gonna try to find kind of that blue color that I want. Alright, not quite navy, but I'm fine with it. So then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hold down my command key on my keyboard, and I'm going to select all of my layers. So if you see over here, I have everything highlighted. I'm going to right click on these. Oh, and it wants me to convert this into a layer. I'm going to go ahead and select all these, right click, and then I'm going to convert them all to a smart layer, smart object. What that's going to do is it's going to put them all in one layer. So all that's merged. I can of course Command Z and undo that, but after I get so far with it, I can't go back and make changes. So at this stage, you want to make sure you're happy with all of those choices, because you will get to a point where you can't really go back. From here, we are going to go ahead up to our top menu bar up here. We're going to go to filter, and I want you guys to go to filter, and you're going to find the one that says pixelate, and then you're going to look for color halftones. When you click on this, this is going to give you a menu that looks like this. And with this, you are going to change like the size of like the pixels and the radius of the pixels. So I did 25 on the image before. Also, the channels, this is going to change the red, blue, green channels. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll kind of mess with these just to show you what that looks like. Actually, you know what, let's go through this. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And then you can kind of see what this does here. So it's basically unaligning and rotating all of my pixels based on their color channels. So I'm getting them all in these kind of color pockets here. And it's creating kind of this crazy look. Now, I can go back in and change this. I just need to click on color halftones. And then if I change them all to 100, they all align. it's just going to show that original color that I had picked, which is what I want. But of course, if you wanted to mess with that, you can. Another thing I can mess with, if I want to make these pixels bigger, I can go ahead and change my max radius number to 50, and then it's going to distort the image even further. Now, for my purposes, I think that is not great. It doesn't really, it makes the image kind of unreadable. So I'm gonna go back to 25. Maybe even lower. Maybe I'll try 15. That's a little bit too much, so why don't we go for a 20? Alright, and so now I have my image. I think I'm gonna bump it back up to 25. I don't like how small these are. And then what I'm going to do from here, just to kind of emphasize certain areas a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead, back up to filter, go to blur, and I'm going to select Gaussian blur. And what this is going to allow is it's just going to soften the appearance of those pixels. So if I go ahead to 0, see how sharp all of these all of these dots are, but if I go up to a 4, it starts to soften the edge and blur them a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead, it's obviously giving me my preview window. I can see the preview here as well, as long as you have preview checked over here. And I think 4.4 is good. I'm gonna go ahead and hit OK on that. And then there's a lot going on in this image. The bowling alley is a little bit distracting behind, so the last thing that I'm going to do for this step is I'm gonna go over here to crop, and I'm gonna go ahead, I have it on a 7:5 crop ratio, just so that I know it's good for printing at that size. I can also do a 8, if I wanted to print it like page size, I can do 8.5 by 11, and you can switch it to be either portrait or landscape. I do like to have the bowling alley in the background, so if I wanted to print it at this size, I could go, and this is the size we print at in class mainly, I can go ahead and switch things over in here, put myself kind of in that rule of thirds position, and then go ahead and hit enter, and then it will crop that for me. And then that's one way to do it. Kind of missed a little bit of a crop under here. Okay, better. And then there you have it. That would be a variation of doing the halftone filter. Now, I would say this filter works really good for high contrast images, so think about that when you're picking out photos for this. Also, mess around with those pixels a little bit more to see how far you can push them to really make this more successful, okay? Alright. Now, the second filter option, you're going to go ahead and find your photo. I used this one, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I'm going to be showing you with this one how to do a duotone. So here, I'm going to go ahead to my adjustment layers, and I'm going to pick 2 solid color layers. So first one, I think I want to do kind of like a yellowy color like I did in my beginning example. And I'm going to go ahead and make it a little more of an intense yellow. And then I'm going to go ahead and add another solid layer. This one I'm going to make more of a reddish brown. Go ahead and hit OK on that. And then you need to make sure that you are on what is called your layer mask. So notice over here in your layers, you have your color filter, and then you have what is called a mask. And if I click onto the mask, you'll see that the box gets highlighted. This allows for us to manipulate how this color overlaps with everything underneath it. So here, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm selected on the top color. The top color is layer mask. And then I'm going to go over to image, I'm going to go to mode. oh, I'm sorry, you're gonna go to image and you're going to go to apply image. And then here you're gonna go ahead and you are going to have it merge with the background layer. And once you do that, you'll be able to see through your layers, creating everything within the value of the colors that you picked for your 2 different color fill layers. Here you can go to your channels. You can kind of pick which channel you want the colors to live in, giving you some different looks here. And then if you want to, you could hit this invert to switch the colors. This is what I want to do. And then you could go into your different blend modes here. Yours might look like this to get started with. You can go into your different blend modes, just like normal, to see which one works the best with your image. And I found difference was the one that worked best for me. So then I can go ahead and hit OK. And that is how you do a duotone. You can of course go back over here if I wanted to change my color, like if I was unhappy with one of these colors, I could go ahead and just double click on the color itself and then I could pick a different color. And then you're going to go ahead and export, file, export as. You're going to export these as JPEGs as usual and submit them, and that'll be all. All right, awesome. Thank you, people. Good luck and happy editing.